So guys, these projects going on in the Southeast are massive. I mean, these are very strategic in terms of developing the Southeast. You need to watch this program and which other states can really follow suit. You know, apart from security challenges that we are facing in the Southeast, I tell you, the Southeast is already open for development. And this is even coming from individuals. You can imagine individuals, because you know in the Southeast we lack the presence of the federal government. The Buhari's government and the Tinubu's government, they are not really doing much in terms of, you know, make the Southeast belong. But this time around, I think there is a shift, because individuals are now coming to, you know, do some great projects that is going to really develop the Southeast. You are going to be taking a look at this video, and I tell you, it will leave you speechless. Just take a look for yourself.
Very happy to be here. My name is Gaius Chibweze, and I am the founder, chairman of Eastside Ventures. As someone who loves anything that concerns Igbo, in the last 8 years, my company Eastside Ventures has invested over $5 million in the Southeast. We own Voice of the East, which is the biggest Igbo media platform in the world. Currently, we have over 500,000 followers across all social media platforms, and we are viewed by over 50 million people. We also own Ohaneze Farm, which is currently the biggest fenced animal ranch farm in the Southeast. As a son of this great land, I believe in the boundless potential of Igbo. History tells us how our people turn challenges into opportunities, building a vibrant and thriving economy before the devastation of the Civil War. Under the visionary leadership of Dr. M.I. Okpara, the Southeast once ranked among the fastest growing economies in the world, outpacing nations like Malaysia, Singapore. This was a time when our region was defined by innovation, agriculture, and industry. A time those of us living today must draw inspiration from as we rebuild Igbo. But to be very honest, as I was sitting down there and I was listening to all the amazing things the last speaker was saying, I was just telling myself, Igbo, we have talked too much. We have had different summits. We have had summit on summit. In the United States, I have attended a lot of summits by our people. I have also joined a lot of summits online being organized here in Igbo, and this is one of them. But one thing that is special about this summit is because Chief Ifedi here promised me that whatever it is that is discussed here, that it is time for action. And I actually agree with him that it is time to move from talk to action. I would like to run you through some of the things that we have been able to do. I would like to run you through some of the amazing things we have been able to do with Eastside Ventures. So for those just hearing about Eastside Ventures for the first time, especially our fathers and mothers here, those who are not active on social media, but I'm sure every young person here must have come across one of our products. We launched the Kedu app, which is Igbo-only social media platform. It's an app with over 50,000 users, just only Igbo people. So when it comes to anything in the Igbo, we are at the forefront. We also own Voice of the East. Voice of the East is more than a media company. It is a movement. We use Voice of the East as an instrument to amplifying our stories and connecting Igbo to the world. 9 years ago, I founded Voice of the East. And one of the reasons why I founded Voice of the East is Igbo needs to invest more in the media, because most of the things that are put out about Igbo are half-truth or not true. I ask myself, what can I do? And since then, we have been promoting the Igbo culture, putting our people on the map. The next project that I also want to talk about is the Ohaneze Farm. We started asking our people to come back and invest in Igbo through Voice of the East. But I noticed something. Most of the people will come and say, you that you're telling us, what have you done? And so 5 years ago, we launched our company, Eastside Ventures. And through Eastside Ventures, we also launched the Ohaneze Farm, which is currently the biggest animal ranch, fenced on a 410 plots land here in Enugu State, in the southeast. This farm and resort is our own way of investing in agriculture and ecotourism in the southeast. This groundbreaking project is a model of innovation, sustainability, and opportunity. In this farm, we have things like livestock innovation, which we combine our mix of Efi Igbo, Savannah Muturu for females, Ndama males, Sahelian goats, and West African dwarf. Our goal is to ensure that we churn out high-quality beef, dietary, and goat production. We also have the ecotourism part of this farm, and we also have the greenhouse farming section of this farm. As I talk to you right now, we are housing over 100 cows and 250 goats. We used that for a start for experiment to see how it works, to also learn. But this ranch has a capacity for 5,000 cows and 10,000 goats. And together we are going to get to that full capacity. We launched another project called the Tech City Africa. As a front-end engineer myself, I have seen how tech is one of those ways that we can reposition the southeast. Every young person that you are talking to today has a phone, and they are always online. With technology, these young people can earn a living from tech. And this is what inspired us to launch the Tech City Africa project, which is our bold vision to position the Southeast as a global tech hub. We are building what you can call the Silicon Valley of Africa. And we are not just talking. We are not just talking, because most people talk but they don't do. To show our commitment, we bought 25 hectares of land, and we have fenced it, and we are currently done with the architectural design of the tech city. The first phase of the project is going to cost us over $10 million US. But one thing I want to assure you is that the money is there. We are going to bring back that money, and we are going to build Tech City Africa here in Igbo. When I was planning to attend this event from the United States, where I live in Miami, Florida, I called some of my Igbo brothers and other Nigerians, telling them I'm going to Nigeria. One thing everybody told me was, you have to be mad to want to go to the Southeast. If you don't live in the Southeast and you hear how people talk about the Southeast, you will actually think the person is going to Afghanistan. The media, for whichever reason, has magnified whatever it is that is happening here in the Southeast more than what it actually is. If you hear what they were telling me, I never knew I would be standing here talking for this long time and somebody has not taken me down. This is one of those things that we in the media, we want to fight. And those of you who know me online, while I am promoting Build in Igboland, I have fought against such kind of narrative that is being pushed around about the Southeast. And I will encourage every Igbo person, if you're seated down here today and you're an Igbo person, don't magnify whatever it is that any other person is saying about Igbo. We don't have another homeland. No matter how you run to anywhere you go to, one day you will want to come back. I would like to share, most of the people who have been discouraging me from saying I am not investing anywhere in Nigeria except Igbo are actually Igbo people. Unfortunately, they always tell me, you have to take it to Lagos, you have to take it to Abuja, you have to take it here. And I said, if everybody takes it to Lagos, Abuja, and other places, how will our people get jobs? How will development come? Because of a truth, part of what is increasing crime in Igbo today is as a result of failed leadership, unemployment, and people having meetings and not doing what they say that they are going to do. One of the things we must do as a people is to fight insecurity in our region, because without security, our region cannot reach its full potential. Anywhere you go, you hear Igbo people are great. We show our wealth. We are individually rich but collectively poor. Our homeland doesn't reflect who we are portrayed. I left Enugu some years back. I came back. The difference was not much. What we need to do is that we must be deliberate about building Igbo. And the only way we can do this is to come together and fight insecurity. Because with insecurity, people will never come to invest where it's insecure. So I want to talk to you today, my royal father and all other elders in the house. Whatever it is that you're doing, please let us work together to bring peace back to our homeland. Let us encourage more of our sons and daughters to invest in Igbo, because one of the things that brings peace is when people are employed, when there are opportunities. So nobody who is working and earning well, not so many will want to kill themselves. So this is why I strongly advocate for the immediate implementation of what was called Ayoha Vigilant Corps at each state level of the 5 states, and the coordinating body at the regional level, which is to be headquartered here in Enugu. It is called Ayoha Peace and Security Agency. Now, many of you will be wondering, what is this agency? This initiative was meticulously designed in 2023, and it is a collaborative and security framework that can restore confidence in the Southeast. It is a blueprint already created. There is no need to reinvent the wheel. Through our platform, Voice of the East, and with its reach of over 50 million views monthly and a vibrant diaspora audience, we have reminded the world of the commitments made at the Southeast Security and Economic Summit in Owerri, and the communique that came out from the Governors Forum in May 2024. But today, I stand here to say that it is not enough to make promises. Implementation is what will build trust. Many of our people are already becoming tired of inviting them to gather. When people are invited to gather and then what is discussed and agreed is not implemented, it becomes a problem. So, beyond security, I am saying that we also need to build confidence in the opportunities already taking shape. Some of the projects by our companies, such as Ohanese Farms, which has been operational, exemplifies what can be achieved when passion meets investment. To round it up, I will say the Southeast cannot and must not lag behind in the race for economic transformation. To the governors, policymakers and stakeholders here present, I say there is no business and development without security. To my fellow entrepreneurs and investors, people still invest in northern Nigeria. People still invest in some of those countries we hear where horrible things happen. You must not, because of what people are saying in the media, say you cannot invest and develop your father's land. Because at the end of the day, this is your father's land. People judge Igbo based on how our father's land looks. We have done everything as a people, but what we have not done is building our homeland. So I want to challenge everyone here. You must think Igbo first. I am challenging everyone here. You must think Igbo first. Collectively, as a people, we can rebuild the Southeast. Thank you.
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. So when we say that, there are a lot of potentials in this country, I mean, there are a lot of potentials to take advantage of. Sometimes we even say that the North is known for agriculture. Do you know that even the South can really produce food? Do you know we have good soil? It's just that our people are not committed to agriculture. Like, you can't see a young man that graduated from school and started a farm I mean, producing. Look at palm oil. All these things can grow very well in the southeast. Look at coconut. There are so many things, you know, the southeasterners can take advantage of. But, you know, many people want to do white-collar job. Many people want to become rich overnight. Many people want to say, oh, there are no opportunities in the southeast. Everybody is heading to Lagos. Everybody is heading to Abuja. If we all keep heading to Abuja and heading to, you know, all those places, I'm just wondering how other regions are going to develop. I mean, the same thing applies to Yoruba land and other places. Everybody wants to go to Lagos. Everybody wants to go to Abuja. And if everybody should head to Lagos and Abuja, who is going to develop other areas? Who is going to work on all those places? That's why we have to be thinking, you know, thinking about the future. You can imagine the level of population. We used to say that Lagos is overpopulated and underserved because there are no good houses, no good. You can't be in your house now and just be getting water like that, you know, because everybody wants to go to Lagos. Everybody wants to go to Abuja. Nobody wants to stay home and say, okay, what can I do? There are people who in their families, they have massive land, you know, land ownership, but they cannot use it for agricultural purpose because people are not thinking in that line. So I think it is high time. Like we used to say, oh, reign of cattle and, you know, all those cows, they are just for the Fulanis. No, gone are the days. With technology today, you know, there's no region that wants to embark on anything that cannot. Look at Israel, for instance. Israel has this kind of desert-like environment, but they're now like one of the top when it comes to supplying food to the entire world. Israel has a land that they would have been in the position to complain that they cannot farm because of the level of dryness. But with technology, with thinking minds, people that have put on their thinking caps, with thinking minds, creativity, Israel, you know, provides food to the world, provides technology to the world, even though they are in the midst of their enemies. That's enough for them to give excuses. But Israel still goes ahead to like lead in so many things, you know. So many of these big companies you are hearing about, Coca-Cola and the rest of them, majority of them are owned by the Jews. Even though they might not be living in Israel, they might be in the US, but see, they have that mentality of business, you know. That is just who they are, and they come into that space, they dominate it. So we shouldn't just be looking down on ourselves and thinking we cannot do anything. There are a lot of untapped areas that we can go into as a people and be successful and give employment to our young ones, since the federal government is not there to help. There are many things as individuals, as groups, we can come together and do for our region. And agriculture is really one of those things that we should be paying attention to, because as it stands now, Nigeria cannot feed its people. So the only thing we can do is to help in feeding ourselves and also feeding our families, and then supply to the markets and feed some Nigerians. We all can do it. So guys, this is really massive, seeing this going on in Igboland, and I just pray that other regions can learn from it. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.